Wetness is falling from the sky. I thought we were going to be good, but we got a shower early this morning and another one right now. I just greased that. It's starting to rain pretty good, unfortunately. They've taken off down there, trying to blade a path off. We're gonna, I swear it did not show any rain this morning, so we're gonna try to work and till we can't work. Get what dirt we can out of the pond. It's not ideal right now. First load this morning. Will the truck make it out? Not looking good at all. Nope, not gonna happen. We'll have to dump that load out and get some dry material for the ramp. Oh joy, it's gonna be one of them days. A quarter inch of rain screws up everything. Dump that out so he's got something dry with rock in it to drive on. I don't know if it's going to help, but it won't hurt anything. This is going to be a gong show today. I can already tell it. Absolutely ridiculous. We might be hanging it up before we get started today. Raining. My God, it's not supposed to rain this morning. Just shows you how crippling a quarter of an inch of rain is when you're doing work like this. quit raining, I can dump a load or two of that dry rocky stuff on it. Build them a path, but we'll see. Kind of hear the rocks falling out of that. There's a, right here on the surface behind me, there's a pretty good little vein of some rocky material, so I figure we dump that on the ramp and spread that out. That should kind of sop some of that mud up and hopefully provide a little more traction on that slick clay. It's just kind of right in there that it's a little bit of a problem, but I think we'll be all right. I'm gonna try to just stay in one spot and go up there and dump. Just kind of work on filling that over. It's really all we can do right now. We're making progress, slow progress, but we're making progress now. Little rough start, which it always is when it goes from dusty dry to muddy wet. It's just the type of dirt out here. When it 1/4 of an inch of rain is like a huge problem. So I'm only putting about 3/4 of a load on the truck, and it seems to be handling it okay now. We got a path plated in. He's just going forwards and backwards. I dumped a load of that rocky material on the slope, so he's kind of got some traction now. And we're just gonna make the best of what we got to work with. You know, the way I look at it, moving some dirt's better than no dirt at all. So the way the forecast looks for tomorrow and Monday, it ain't gonna get no drier. So I would like to get whatever we possibly can out, and that'll be just that much more progress we've accomplished. Problem is, once it gets muddy like that, it's hard to steer out of your ruts. They're gonna make it. So far, so good. I think this misty rain is just about stopped, finally. And then when he's gone, I just kind of take a little of this drier stuff and just kind of sprinkle it in the truck ruts. It kind of sops up some of the mud, turns it sticky instead of slick. Well, we're still making good progress now. Now that the truck is where I just made that first cut, the ground is actually solid. Once you cut 5 feet of dirt off of it, it tends to get a little better. And now we got dry dirt to work with on the dump site. So as he's spreading that out, the truck has a nice dry platform to drive on and actually turn around. And you know, you can have all the tread you want on those tires, and once they're packed full of mud, it doesn't really matter if they have 2 inches of tread or 6 inches of tread. And all that. But, you know, that truck loaded weighs almost, truck weighs like 50,000 empty, I think, in the high 40s, and then another 125 tons on that, so you're pushing probably close to 100,000 pounds loaded on 6 24-inch wide tires. This truck doesn't have the flow tires like John's truck does, so it tends to run up a little bit more, and that back axle not pulling is not helping anything. I don't think it's hurting a whole lot, but it will probably help some. But we'll have to figure that out another day. Not gonna take the truck out of service to figure it out right now when we can make it work the way it is. It is some rocky dirt. You just hear the gravel. Trying to mix it all together with this topsoil and make something decent. That's probably enough. I could probably put one more in there, but I'm pushing it a little much. We're gonna burn some fuel today. He is pedal to the metal to get up that hill. Shift down in first there, and it climbs on out. Slow but steady. We'll win the race eventually. We're getting a lot of dirt put on that hillside, and it's shaping up pretty nicely. Well, we're making good progress. I just hate that it's too wet for the truck to back right straight down the hill. I mean, he's literally almost getting stuck right there. So we're having to come in our road and then haul up there and then back down the hill to fill it. Even though, you know, I can't throw it no farther than this stump, it's still faster to load it into the truck. So that's what we're doing. So I'll finish cutting this out, and then this last little bit, I can take the excavator and just lay it over there and then spread it out with the dozer. So just trying to get everything to where it needs to be with the truck, and then I can handle the rest of this with the excavator. Covering up all that stuff on the hillside nicely. So we've made good progress on the pond. We've pretty much cut everything out from the ramp all the way across to right in here and there today. While it's nice and dry, we're loading out these ashes right here on the other side. I got maybe 4 or 5 more loads left and just hauling them over there. I'm gonna end up digging a big hole up there. We got a low area and bury all that up there and then do another pit on that side and finish burning that burn pile and bury that stuff over there. But the pond kind of comes right in here, that flag, that flag, that flag, and then curves back over there. So I still got another probably 60 feet to dig out, and then I'll shoot grades. I might cut it back another 20 feet or so, whatever it takes to kind of get that low area fixed so that it's not a mess there, and kind of redefine that ditch channel that kind of comes through there, because there's a main ditch that comes through the woods right there, which is actually the main source of water for this pond, and then another one that comes out of the woods there. So I've got to get all those graded out so that it all runs in here kind of evenly. So I'm working on trimming out about another 20-30 feet of pond bank. That'll get it back to what we started cutting out today, and give enough dirt to kind of fill in that low area right there. Todd's already left. I think we ran the truck out of fuel, or ran it low on fuel. The fuel gauge doesn't work, and we've always been able to run it all day long on the tank of fuel, but evidently we might have either need some fuel filters, or we ran it pretty hard today out here in this wet dirt. It was pretty much foot on the floor all day, I think. And I think we burnt a little more fuel than normal, and then we worked about 10 hours, so we might have ran her a little low on fuel. So she's dead in the water right there where she sits. And I guess I'm gonna get my truck and put some fuel, fill the tank up. The fuel tank's on the back end, so it sits up higher, so that should kind of gravity feed it, I think, and hopefully I can get it back started. But I'll probably go ahead and order a set of fuel filters for it. I don't know how long that truck's been sitting before I got it. It most likely has been sitting for a while, and you know, we probably put 150, I don't know, maybe 200 hours on the thing. I don't know, maybe more than that. I don't really remember what the hour meter was when I got it, but it's over 10,000 something now. So yeah, it could have very easily, you know, dislodged some trash in the tank and clogged up the filter. So we shall see. We shall see. I'll finish grading this out, and then go put some fuel in that and let it sit while I got to cut a ditch from the tree line to the pond, because we filled that in about 18 inches higher so it wouldn't stay wet, and it's going to dam up water over there in the woods unless I cut a little ditch over. So that's what I'm going to work on as soon as I get done cutting this out right here. So doing a nice little zigzag in it, add a little character to it, make everything look nice. Just kind of hog it out with the excavator, and then I can come in there with the dozer and really trim it out, make it look nice and pretty. Nice and pretty. I mean, it don't look terrible just using the excavator. Of this edge, I'm going to just do what I'm doing right here, take it, lay it over with the excavator, and then take the dozer and just kind of knock it down and spread it around to where it needs to go. That's why we tried to haul everything we could today with the truck, which was the dirt farthest away to the farthest away that it needed to go. That way, when it does rain, pretty good chance tomorrow and Monday of it being in a nasty washout. So this right here would just, this will be impassable with the off-road truck if it rains. It's gonna get muddy quickly. Until it kind of gets settled in and established, it's gonna get muddy when it rains. Just how it happens with fresh dirt. But you see how hard the dirt gets once it's in place and settled down. I mean, we've driven that truck all over out here, and it's held it up pretty doggone good, except for when we get our rainstorms. All right, well, that's enough for now. I'm going to go and push the truck out of the way a little bit, see if I can't put some fuel in it, and go ahead and cut my little ditch. Well, there ain't nobody in the dump truck. Just kind of get that out of the way. That way, but it'll be all right for now. All right, you gonna stay put? Stay put. I gotta dig my ditch through here to the pond to that's where all the runoff from the front pond and everything from the house, it comes down through the woods right there, and I've got a little swell through here. I'll probably end up putting one of those pipes right there that I dug up to make a nice crossing across there, and have it where they can drive across there, and there'll just be a little swell from about right here all the way to the pond. I just kind of roughed in a little swell from the woods down here to the pond so that when it does rain, it'll kind of drain through here. Water level is literally right there when it's full, so it should just kind of sheet drain into it. May have to put a little piece of matting right here until the pond fills up to keep down erosion, and I'll throw one of those 18-inch pipes in up there and just kind of mount it up so he's got a nice path on the high side to be able to drive all the way around the pond. So I'm gonna go get the truck and fill the off-road truck up with fuel and see if, hopefully that was my problem, get that bad boy started up again. Well, this is why you always carry another shirt with you. I don't know where it's at now. Completely soaked in diesel fuel. So are my pants. As I was cleaning the step off, I somehow managed to knock the fuel hose out while it was pumping, and it pumped all over me. So we put a lot of fuel in the truck, so I'm thinking it was almost out of fuel. So I'm gonna see if it'll start up now. Now that it's got some fuel in the tank. Might have to bleed it. That doesn't sound good. What?
Primer.
Yeah. That's what I said. Might have to prime it up or bleed it. I don't know if it, does it have a primer?
Yeah.
Okay, you said it's got a primer. Pumping, pumping, pumping. Pumping, pumping, pumping. I don't know what the problem is. It's pumped up. There we go. All the ponies. you run it for 10 hours. Might need to change the fuel filters. Well, she might have been out of fuel. I don't know. I could wring what's out on my pants here and probably fill it up. I guess she was out of fuel. We'll let it run for a little bit since we put a little strain on the batteries. Oh, I just wanted to knock that dirt down with the dozer real quick before heading out. Luckily we got the truck started, and up there I guess I know that 10 hours wide open is too much to run the truck, run out of fuel. But live and learn, right? Maybe I should get the fuel gauge fixed. So what did we get done today? Oh, over here. Let's stroll, why don't we? So I got everything cut out from this point right here over to that point over there where the flag is. We got all that dirt cut out and put over here on the hillside. Pretty much today went from right here straight across, so we got all that dug out. And heck, I don't know, we might have got some of this dug, I can't remember. Kind of all mixed together now. But we took all that dirt and added it all up there, all of that hillside. And the plan is now is the edge of the pond goes right here. I don't know if you can see that flag right there, but it comes right there and curves around. I run down here with the excavator and dig all this out and just flip it over, and then just blend that in, see how it kind of goes down and flattens out, and then just make a nice gradual slope out of that, and that should put some topsoil up there on top of that clay. So about one more day and this will be dug out, and we got those ashes moved over there. I'll do a pit over there, finish burning that stuff, and hopefully next week we'll go ahead and put the overflow in and get the dam sealed off. I like to go ahead and do that. I got all that extra dirt up there. If I had to dig another pit to get some more clay, I can fill it with that. If not, I'm gonna have to come down in the pond and dig some more out, or I don't know, I ain't got that far yet. I'll figure that out when the time comes. So this will be nice and wet, I'm sure, when I come back, but at least majority of the dirt is in place and it can sit here as long as it needs. Then I can grade it out. All right, well, it's a little after 6 on a Saturday. I've had enough for this week. As Jeff would say, have a really good evening at the Beely Good Farm.